Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Wednesday, the 11th of August, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, Guyanese woman claims she poisoned her lover. The National Democratic Congress and opposition leader Tobias Clement joined forces to challenge the new national party. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas calls for introspection from the nation's leader as he addresses people's defiance over the last few weeks. Is there another looming battle for leadership of the Grenada United Labour Party? PAHO warns the region over increase in the Delta variant of COVID-19 in the Eastern Caribbean. In around the globe, St. Lucia Labour Party SLP administration says it will not implement mandatory COVID-19 vaccination, while Jamaica health experts furious over COVID-19 surge. Coming up in sports, Red Walters to represent Grenada at this week's Caribbean Cycling Championships and Pan Am Cycling Championships. And GFA Under-13 Boys Tournament Round 2 successful. Onward to Round 3. Details to these and other stories right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. GBN is following a developing story surrounding a social media post alleging a case of sexual exploitation of a 3-year-old and the possible poisoning death of a man accused of violating the child. The post has been made by a tearful young woman who identifies herself as a Guyanese national. She claims that she was brought to Grenada by her lover. In the video, which has been making the rounds on social media, the woman alleges that her male companion sexually violated her child on several occasions. She mentioned the use of a poisonous substance and the subsequent death of the man. In her very emotional post, the woman makes a plea for forgiveness. Our news desk reached out to Corporal Claudina Douglas McLean of the Community Relations Office for a comment on the case. She told GBN that she cannot comment on the matter as there is an active ongoing investigation. We pressed further and inquired about the well-being of the woman who made the claims in the video and whether she has been detained. However, Corporal Douglas McLean was resolute and repeated the line, "I cannot comment because an active investigation is ongoing." They say that coalitions never work in Grenada, but 2 political camps are in merger mode. Opposition leader Tobias Clement, who broke away from the new National Party, is now joining forces with the National Democratic Congress. They announced the coalition during a joint news briefing this morning.
The National Democratic Congress and opposition leader Tobias Clement with his team are presently in dialogue to join forces for the next general election. This comes as executive members of the NDC are exploring strategies towards putting their house in order and strengthening the party. Acting political leader of the NDC, Adrian Thomas, says they have heard the concerns of the people and are now trying to meet their request.
The National Democratic Congress and our honorable opposition leader and his team, the senators, for the last couple of months, we have been engaged in serious dialogue. We held approximately maybe 3 to 4 meetings officially. And before that, we had that exchange on an individual basis, all geared in terms of laying the foundation for some form of unity in terms of going forward. Because just like the National Democratic Congress, just like how we are here in the call, I think the opposition leader and his team, they are also here in the call and paying attention to it. So it was not difficult for we to come forward and engage in some talks that will help and contribute to the well-being of our nation.
Both the opposition leader and the NDC head indicated that the discussion brought out similar views and ideas on various matters affecting the country. Opposition leader Tobias Clement stated that he is happy with the dialogue so far. When asked if this means that he will be contesting the leadership seat of the NDC party, he had this to say.
Well, I do not know if I would be so presumptuous as to just step into the National Democratic Congress and just rise to the ranks of leadership. But what I say, again, the best fit that will go forward. And I think in our discussions, the question was raised, and I do believe it was said that all levels of the executive would be open up to me and my senators. So that was open there.
Though both parties are still in the discussion stage of the merger, the public will be updated on the final decision when all the pieces are put in place. NDC head Adrian Thomas also indicated that they are presently having dialogues with other party leaders.
The National Democratic Congress, we have embarked on a serious recruitment drive. We have engaged in some serious dialogue with some of the political organizations, political groups, individuals who are interested in lending a hand. They also recognize that the National Democratic Congress have a very important role to play.
The next general election is due in 2023. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
While NDC and Tobias Clement worked through their attempts of a collaboration, there's wrangling in another political base. The Grenada United Labour Party was given up for dead, but not so, says two forces who are now at loggerheads over the ownership of leadership of the party. Gerard Joseph has been speaking with the two main actors in the leadership debacle.
The Grenada United Labour Party, GULP, was once ably led by former Prime Minister and father of independence Sir Eric Matthew Gary and was a symbol of strength. However, following the 1979 revolution and 8 successive general elections, GULP has been unable to recover its former glory. Now a leadership conundrum recently surfaced following the announcement by Jeffrey Prudhomme, son of former Deputy Prime Minister Hubert Prudhomme, as political leader of the party. Micah Baptiste, official spokesperson for the Grenada United Labour Party, has decried what he calls the self-appointment of Jeffrey Prudhomme as political leader. Baptiste tells GBN that the party has been inactive for several years, with the last convention in 2006, in which Colin Francis was elected as political leader. He says it was during the recent reorganizing phase to take the party to convention and elect a proper executive that Prudhomme was contacted.
Reached out to him. I invited him to join in the rebuilding process. I said, well, there's room at the top and everyone had to unite and come together. And he agreed and we started talking. And I was rather surprised when I saw the guy show up on TV, self-appointed himself as leader.
The GULP's official spokesperson says the party's constitution dictates a convention and election of an executive.
This guy has been away for 42 years. He's not even a member of the GOLP. We had 8 general elections. We had 2 referendums, the death of Sir Eric Gary. He was nowhere wrong. I mean, all of a sudden, he pops up, appoint himself, and he's not even a resident of Grenada.
However, during GBN's To The Point program on June 15th, Mr. Jeffrey Prudhomme said they were already in phase 2 of the rebuilding process.
We did that analysis, and based on the data, we developed operational development, a strategic plan on how we would go about rebuilding the GOLP as a dominant party again.
Battis has alluded to possible legal action.
We had the distinguished city attorney, Raymond Anthony. He came forward. He was elected. Herbert Prudhomme was there creating problems. We had Gloria Payne. Sister Gloria Payne was elected. Again, he was on TV creating, the same Herbert Prudhomme was creating problems. And he was doing all of this. And here's why he's doing all of this. He named his son Jeffrey. He named his son GOLP. So they feel they have some entitlement. It's an inheritance.
Battis declared that Prudhomme's self-appointment is null and void, and in the coming months, the GOLP will open its headquarters in St. Andrew as part of the rebuilding process. GBN sought a response from Jeffrey Prudhomme, who maintained that the former executive appointed him leader of GOLP and has had no dealings with Michael Baptiste. Efforts via the Parliamentary Elections Office to find out whether the political leader of each party is registered garnered the response that the office by law is not authorized to do so. However, they are considering it for the next general elections. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
It's not often that present and past leaders agree on critical matters, but there's one subject which has brought Grenada's present Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Mitchell, and former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas onto common ground. They are both concerned about what is being seen as an increase in lawlessness.
The state said no carnival, but segments of the populace said mass must play. Well, it is apparent that the Jabs rule the nation as they put on massive shows over several weekends, all culminating on the revoked Carnival Monday and Tuesday holidays. No holidays, but large crowds were in the streets in most parishes. What was more, the Jabs chanted vile lyrics, mostly spewing venom toward persons in authoritative positions. Their actions have sparked concern in several quarters, with persons expressing concern about the utter disrespect meted out to those in authority. The displays have been cited as a reflection of a breakdown in law and order. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas is among those who have voiced concern about what was displayed in recent times.
It's not a good precedent. We should be a law-abiding society, and we should respect those in authority. But when those in authority themselves disregard law and order, that creates a complication, because we must never forget, and I repeated it on several occasions, once you disregard the judgment of the court, you're showing a disregard for law and order.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell also highlighted the issue in his recent national address.
My friends, I have observed a very disturbing trend in recent weeks. One that can only be described as a growing culture of defiance, an increasing tendency towards lawlessness. I readily acknowledge that human beings are social creatures, and restrictions, especially over an extended period as we have done, are difficult to endure.
Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas says the recent developments are regrettable and there is need for introspection from the top of the leadership ladder.
The present administration has shown that they do not respect the court, the judgment of the court. Law is law. Whether it is the court or whether the parliament passes the law, we must observe and uphold the law. So the present administration has a lot to answer for the lawlessness that is taking place in the country today. And it is frightening. It's a dangerous precedent. I mean, you have people in authority laying out certain rules and regulation, and the mass of people, especially young people, coming out in defiance against the authority. That's not a healthy situation. We have to really get in control of our society and to lead by example.
GBN will engage various stakeholders in the coming days and weeks to examine the causative factors and possible strategies which could be adopted to reverse the trend. For GBN News, trainee reporter Anaika Alexander.
This is news at 7. Coming up, PAHO warns the region over increase in the Delta variant of COVID-19 cases in the Eastern Caribbean. Stay with us.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up on the love. Easy wins with flow. Easy win, flow. Easy win.
Catch the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $15 or more. Activate a prepaid plan, switch to Flow, or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up on the love. Easy wins with flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Seriously, there's a better way to beat the heat. Get an air condition unit at Quartz, starting at $1,199. Get free installation on your purchase. Plus, with Ready Finance, you can shop now and pay nothing for 60 days. Quartz, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Renelec, energizing our Grenada.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
There is an auto repair center that is revolutionizing the way they do business. Presenting Premium Auto Services Limited. We offer wheel alignment, diagnostic scan, AC servicing, transmission fluid exchange, power steering fluid flush, just to name a few. We are in fact your one-stop auto repair center for motor cars, SUVs, pickups, buses, and even trucks. We're on the California Main Road and boast of a highly skilled professional team. We are trusted and highly recommended and most of all, certified by Master Align. Visit us today or call 439-4000. Premium Auto Services Limited, your complete auto care center.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
What a story this would be for the Caribbean island of Grenada.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Grenada and other countries in the region are being told to brace themselves and beef up their health systems. The warning comes from the Pan American Health Organization. It has issued the advisory amid rising concern about the increased spread of the deadly variants of the coronavirus. GBN's Trelana Charles has more.
In a statement released on Monday, the Pan American Health Organization warned regional governments to maximize efforts to extend full COVID-19 vaccination coverage, especially in high-risk populations and health and care workers. The release also said to reinforce non-pharmacological prevention and protection measures, such as physical distancing, face masks, and the use of antiseptic solutions. This comes as several countries, including member states in the Americas with high vaccination coverage, have recorded the emergence of the Delta variant, and several islands within the region, including Grenada, have reported a surge of cases in June and July. On July 29, 2021, in his national address, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell spoke about the emergence of the Delta variant worldwide. He urged Grenadians to get vaccinated.
With emerging strains like Delta, proven to be far more contagious, thousands are still dying daily. Thousands more are hospitalized. Many fighting for their lives. Some even wishing they had done something differently or sooner. I have seen some heart-wrenching moments where persons who are refusing to be vaccinated while on their deathbed were pleading with family and friends not to subject themselves to the same fate.
Last Wednesday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles announced the discovery of the 170th COVID-19 case. Since then, 11 more cases, one related to case 170, have been recorded, bringing Grenada's total imported active cases from 0 to 12 in 1 week. PAHO warned the public that unvaccinated persons are the main source of infection to the larger communities and urged individuals to get vaccinated. It also advised unvaccinated health and care workers to get vaccinated without any further delay to protect themselves and the communities they are serving. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
Physical books are still important. That's the message going out to educators in Grenada and other Caribbean islands. To send the message home, Macmillan Caribbean is hosting a series of sessions which will bring together educators and other persons in academia. We get more on that from Krista Campbell.
Grenadian educators will be among participants in the Macmillan Education Caribbean's new webinar series for the opening of the new school year. Two exciting new topics are set for August and September. The discussions will begin with the importance of a physical book come Wednesday, August 25th, starred by Debbie Roberts, a well-known author who is also an experienced teacher and trainer. According to Roberts, quote, reading from paper results in a deeper reading, with the information being processed more effectively with multi-sensory stimuli, unquote. Grenadian author David Ambrose also recognizes the value of physical books.
When the students read from the physical books, there is much less distraction, so they tend to retain more and they tend to absorb more.
He has been working along with several local authors to stage pop-up booths around the island. These are designed to encourage people's interest in reading hard copies.
The majority of people who patronize our pop-up events actually like the fact that they get the physical copies, so they could hold them in their hands, they could, what we say in Grenada, heft them. So we go all over the country, St. George's, we'll be in St. George's at the end of this month.
As schools continue to move towards a blended learning, Ambrose says understanding the strengths and the differences of both physical and online reading becomes even more important.
With the e-books, you do have the ability to store a lot of the files on a device. So for our students, instead of carrying a bag of 5 or maybe 10 different books on one device, you could store that number or even more.
This webinar begins a series that will support teachers and help students achieve success in their SBAs. Ambrose shared his thoughts on the initiative and encourages Grenadian educators to participate.
That is a great initiative. It's a good idea for educators to learn some of these benefits, to pass it along to the students, to encourage the students to continue to read paper books or to get into paper books, even though we are pushing, the electronic devices to study and to gather information and so on.
Krista Campbell, GBN News.
Government is studying a series of options which may solve problems associated with the Sateres Breakwater project. GBN's Trelawna Charles has been discussing these with Parliamentary Representative Anthony Boson.
A Jamaica-based coastal engineering firm, Smith Warner International, has presented the government of Grenada with 3 options of the best protective measures that can be taken, which are designed to preserve and restore the Mount Rodney coastline and provide protection from possible future erosion. Parliamentary Representative for St. Patrick West, Anthony Boson, shed some light on the options given.
The first is to have a breakwater. It would be about 150 feet out in the sea, just as what we have there now. But instead of having it being continuous, there will be breaks. The second option is to have a similar breakwater parallel to the shore, but it will be submerged. And the third option is to have the same kind of breakwater, but instead of going parallel to the shore, you'll have a series perpendicular to the shore going out, like fingers going out into the sea.
Minister Boson said there are advantages and disadvantages to every option, but after careful consideration, the government, along with the consultants, have decided on the first option.
First option we felt is the best, and we also believe it is the best one, where you have it above. It will give you the maximum protection from high waves. It will be visible for fishermen or anyone who wishing to use the area. And we believe that it will be longer lasting.
The first option is the most costly, coming up to roughly 9 to 10 million US dollars. He said the government will not take any steps without first informing and receiving approval from the public.
So what is happening now? The government is evaluating the options again. Very soon, there will be public consultation. Yes, so at least the people will know exactly what are the options and the one preferred by government, and hoping that they will prefer that one as well. It is most costly and most effective. And once that is done, then they will go out to tender. And once the tendering process is complete, then you could actually start construction.
Minister Boson said a time frame for the commencement of construction has not yet been determined. Meanwhile, all families except 2 who reside in the affected area have agreed to relocate, with some accepting monetary assistance of up to $25,000 offered by the government. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
Now for the nightly Social Buzz feature. Tonight, people have a say about jab chants for the return of former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. The Jabs have been chanting the name of former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas, asking for his return. But is he willing to answer the call?
Call that the masqueraders are making today is a call for better governance. And when they compare the NNP with the NDC, they're saying that, look, when Tillman Thomas was Prime Minister, the country was better governed. In essence, that's what they're saying. So it's more a call for the NDC type of governance. A new face in NDC could also demonstrate that type of governance.
Although no promise was made of his return, our online audience commented on the request put forward by the Jab. Clark commented, "Truth be told, I don't think Tilly is what we need. So, Tilly, don't make this go to your head too much." Johnny added, "I don't think Grenadians know what they really want." Adonis commented, "Uncle Tilly, relax. We want change and we want a young, vibrant leader. Help NDC choose a good leader." Another individual commented, "Uncle Tilly, take my advice. Stay where you dey, please. Don't get involved in that corruption inside there. Let someone else go there." Sally Ann commented, "I agree that we need change, but Uncle Tilly, not this generation, please. You're looking good." And Shirin commented, "Yes, bring back Tillman Thomas. However, at the same time, I feel Grenada needs younger leaders who can relate to everyone and with big visions to move the country forward. Once you're 65 and over, all you, time to retire. Rest and relaxation time. Don't stress all yourself." That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
Still ahead, Grenadians encouraged to submit videos for the annual film festival. This is News at 7.
Welcome to Nurses Care, a new home healthcare company on Ireland, changing the way you receive healthcare. From registered nurses and aides to medical doctors and qualified physicians, we offer a wide range of healthcare services, from monitoring chronic conditions and medications to elderly care, pediatric care, and maternity nurses, to even housekeeping and case management. We offer 24/7 in-house healthcare services. So contact us today for your in-house consultation at 439-3928.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
With a Digicel Prime Bundle, get double the dedicated SportsMax data to enjoy the greatest sports event happening now. Live in the SportsMax app. Get a 30-day Digicel Prime Bundle today in the My Digicel app. Digicel, better together.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, bundle up. Easy wins with Flow. Easy win, Flow. Easy win.
Catch the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $15 or more. Activate a prepaid plan. Switch to Flow or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, bundle up. Easy wins with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
An increase in freight is affecting the prices of goods and services. However, Trade Minister Oliver Joseph says his administration is seeking ways to cushion the impact on consumers, but makes it clear that that cushion won't lower taxes.
Government says it's scouting ways to help lower the prices of items coming into the country in light of the huge increase in the rates that apply to incoming freight. Trade Minister Oliver Joseph says the Treasury is under major strain and the country's finances are now in a deficit and are weighing their various options. Reflecting on the increase in the price of fuel and other products, the minister says it is difficult to cushion the effects by lowering tax.
Decision was taken yesterday at yesterday's cabinet meeting for the Ministry of Finance to examine the current situation with respect to the increase in prices and what sort of measures could be introduced. A timeline was not clearly stated, but given the urgency of the situation, I can say as soon as possible we should get a response from the Ministry of Finance, because it is not a very simple matter as I indicated. It means that government will have to give up revenue, and how much revenue could be foregone to achieve a lower price is something that have to be carefully analyzed. So while the decision was taken yesterday, all I'm prepared to say at this stage is that it will be done urgently.
The minister noted during a press conference on Tuesday that the cost of insurance and freight has also seen steep increases. As a result, the duties on imported products will rise and will trickle down to the consumer.
And I indicated that you had an increase in all of these. So if the freight costs double, or is there any increase, whether it's double or by 50%, and that is the base, and the duty remain constant, that is what you apply, because you're applying ad valorem duty. The freight cost is therefore integral in the calculation of it, and while the prices, the final price will increase to the consumer as a result of an increase in the freight costs.
The Foreign Affairs Minister says that each item comes with a different price, and as such, it is difficult to have a fixed tax rate. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
The 1261 Film Festival 2021 is on, and organizers of the annual event are calling on Grenadians to submit their videos by August 31st. The festival has been running for 3 years and is open not only to Grenadians, but to the entire Caribbean region. Rena Pear-Thomas has more in this report.
The festival programming categorizes cover short and feature scripted and unscripted works from all the genres, including children's, family-friendly, experimental, music videos, mobile phone and drone films. The introduction of incentives for Grenadians, filmmakers and creators comes on the heels of the UNESCO grant received by the festival for programs to support the development of the film industry in Grenada. Mashida Phillip is one of the founders of the festival.
The festival is scheduled for October 30th through November 7th, and we are continuing on with our hybrid model, meaning we will have some limited in-person experiences here in Grenada, and the majority of the festival will be streamed online. So all of our panels, workshops, film exhibitions, meaning the showcases of the film, will be done online. There is a industry standard platform that we utilize for individuals to upload their films, which is called Film Freeway. And we have our own portal on Film Freeway. So it's Film Freeway /1261 Film Festival.
The Grenadian Filmmakers Initiative is the newest element added to the 1261 Film Festival's mission. Philip says that they are providing discounts for festival submission fees for filmmakers and content creators.
The Grenadian Filmmakers Incentive Program, and we call it GFIP, and that provides submissions waivers, so they do not have to, it might be a severely discounted waiver, and or based on their financial situation, it may also be free, that they can submit their bodies of work for consideration. In order for individuals to be qualified for such, we are asking them to email us with proof of identification so we can know that they are actually Grenadians. To submissions at 1261 Film Festival.
She spoke of her dreams for the film industry in Grenada.
And what I would love to see happen here is we as a country, a collective country, meaning Grenada, Caribbean, Pili, Martinique, a collective body, we're able to produce films with the stamp made in Grenada, created by Grenadians, featuring Grenadians. And that would be my ultimate dream, to see that coming out, and the level of the production is of international standards.
The deadline for submission is from August 31st, and the festival will take place in the month of October. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
And the carnival that should not have been did happen. And guess what? Kids were brought into the fray. That's in tonight's ISAW report.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clearvision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clearvision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clearvision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's GBN ISAW submission features a child playing jab. He seems ready for the road with his cow horns on his head and what appears to be old oil on his face. No sleep in his eyes, I can tell you. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
I find that looks like charcoal. I think it's charcoal. I guess we'll have to find out. Anyway, stay with us. Weather up next, and then sports.
we support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Hills and Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Tonight's minimum temperature, 26 degrees Celsius, a warm one. Weather partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with light to moderate evening showers, becoming generally fair by early morning. Today was also quite warm. Winds east-northeasterly to southeast-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slight to moderate. Waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides are low at 10 minutes past 11 tonight and high at 5:20 in the morning. Looking ahead on Thursday, sun will rise at 4 minutes to 6. Generally fair with light isolated showers, becoming partly cloudy at night with some light to moderate showers mainly during the early morning. Might be hard to get out of bed, huh? On Friday, partly cloudy with few light to moderate showers, increasing in cloudiness overnight with light to moderate showers and the low chance of thunder. On Saturday, partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers and the medium chance of thunder. That's it for your weather forecast on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. At this week's Caribbean Cycling Championships and Pan Am Cycling Championships, Grenada will be represented by Red Walters in the under-23 category, hosted in the Dominican Republic. President of the Grenada Cycling Federation, Troy Felix, flew out to support and manage Walters at the championships. In a post via social media, the Cycling Federation says it is proud to have him fly the nutmeg flag as he hopes to capture a championship jersey. The Caribbean Cycling Championships will take place in the Dominican Republic from August 12th to the 15th, 2021, along with the Pan American Cycling Championships. Coy Smith, a member of the GFA Elite program, who has served as the head coach for St. Andrew's grassroots program, is currently in San Francisco, participating in an international soccer camp. Smith will be opened to grasping new knowledge in that field before she returns to put it into practice in her grassroots program and other activities. GFA Women's Development Officer Harry Varley says they are proud of Coy for her passion and continued interest in football development in Grenada. And that's your look at sports. Stay with us for a look around the globe. Welcome to your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I am your presenter, Beverly Telesford. The new St. Lucia Labour Party SLP administration will not implement mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. That's the word from Minister for Health Moses J.N. Batiste at the new government's first post-cabinet media briefing on Tuesday. The new cabinet of ministers was briefed by public health officials, including the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belma-George, and other members of the Command Center on the COVID-19 pandemic response. More in this report.
The new cabinet of ministers, fresh from the initial meeting Monday, has signaled its intention to place healthcare at the top of its agenda. The new health minister, Moses John Baptist, says the St. Jude Hospital project will occupy a special place at the top.
The Prime Minister is very concerned about not only the technical audit, but all of the shenanigans which surrounded the St. Jude reconstruction project. We have our eyes focused on that, but more importantly, we want to get the patients and the staff out of the stadium, and therefore this is our priority.
When pressed on the past criticism of the former administration while in opposition, the health minister says theirs will be a far cry from the way in which the previous administration operated.
We've taken a deliberate approach to ensure that we inform, that we consult measures which will protect the population. The NIMAC meeting will be held tomorrow, after which the Prime Minister will make a statement. Our approach is very different. You will, for example, when the Prime Minister addresses the nation, he will make some pronouncements, and these pronouncements will clearly show that we are addressing this matter differently. So we cannot make pronouncements before the NIMAC meeting, and we are looking forward to the NIMAC meeting, and after which the Prime Minister will make some very significant pronouncements.
The new administration will not seek to make the taking of the COVID-19 vaccination mandatory. Instead, the strategy, according to John Baptist, will involve educating and encouraging St. Lucians to do what is best to keep themselves and their families safe.
In Jamaica, public health experts are furious over the latest COVID-19 surge on the island. Details in this TVJ report.
Emancipation and independence holidays are behind us, but for public health experts, it's like deja vu. Last year, after the August holidays, the country saw a surge in COVID-19 cases, and based on recent happenings, it is likely it will happen again.
Jamaica has now formally begun to experience our third COVID surge, with a positivity rate of almost 40%, and many of our major hospitals are now far past their COVID capacity.
The easing of COVID restrictions in July had always been a concern to experts in public health. Much of what they had predicted is playing out.
The science at the time said that we really should have less than 5% positivity rate before we think of opening up the economy and sanctioning gatherings. What we're seeing now with a positivity rate of heading towards 40% is perhaps predictable based on what decisions we took a few weeks ago and what the science said we should have done in response to the data that was available.
So now they're urging the government to ramp up testing.
So we need to be aggressively moving towards testing. And tied into that is a document out of WHO which says we need to integrate antigen testing into the national testing program. Currently, the national testing program is heavily based on PCR. PCR is great, but PCR takes time to turn around to get your results back. And from a clinician and public health perspective, you want information in real time to be able to tell your patient sitting in front of you, this looks positive, these are the steps you need to take now, not 2 or 3 days later. 2 or 3 days later, it's 2 or 3 days more of spread or potential infection.
And that was your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Tellisford.
Let's recap the headlines. Guyanese woman claims she poisoned her lover. The National Democratic Congress and opposition leader Tobias Clement joined forces to challenge the new National Party. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas calls for introspection from the nation's leader as he addresses people's defiance over the past few weeks. Is there another looming battle for leadership of the Grenada United Labour Party? PAHO warns the region over increase in the Delta variant of COVID-19 in the Eastern Caribbean. And in around the globe, St. Lucia Labour Party SLP administration says it will not implement mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. While Jamaica health experts are furious over COVID-19 surge. In sports, Red Walters to represent Grenada at this week's Caribbean Cycling Championships and Pan Am Cycling Championships. And GFA Under-19 Boys Tournament Round 2 successful. Onward to Round 3. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. Just a reminder that coming up at 8 p.m., Godfrey Augustine takes over to commence his 2-hour forum talking agriculture forward. Taking agriculture forward, that is. The program is the latest initiative by the Grenada Broadcasting Network in the form of a 2-part agricultural forum. Stay tuned for this riveting program. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.